Hi everyone, my name is Josephine and I'm one of the tutors here at the International Office. At some point in everybody's lives, we need to know how to write an email to a teacher, a friend, or maybe even a family member across the world. Today, we will learn how to compose an email specifically to your professor and what to include. As an overview, there are 4 major points to remember when writing an email. The first point is when starting an email, make sure you address your professor. For example, you can say, "Dear Professor," or "Good morning," "Good afternoon," or "Good evening." The second point is to introduce yourself. Make sure to include your first and last name, as well as what class you're in, so your professor can easily identify who you are. The third point is the subject of your email. Clearly state the reason of your email. The fourth point is ending an email. At the end of your email, it is important to thank your professor for taking his or her time to respond to your questions. Let's get started. After I've logged into my Blackboard account, I clicked on Courses to take me to my courses for the semester. The next thing I want to do is find the course that my professor is in that I want to email, and in this case, I want to email Professor Smith in my World Civilizations class. After I clicked on the course, I'm going to look in this left-hand column and I'm going to click on Class Email. After that, I'm going to create a message. In the Recipients section, I'm going to click To, and I'm going to find my professor's name, and your professor's name will always have the word instructor after their name. Next, I'm going to click this right arrow to move her name over to be my recipient. In the subject line, I'm going to write the reason of my email. This is very important to fill out because this is the first thing that your professor will see before they even click on your email. This will help them get to know what you're emailing them about, and it just helps the emailing process go faster. So for my case, I just have questions about the syllabus. Next, I want to click here in the body of my email. The first thing I want to do when starting my email is to address my professor at the very beginning. This will let my professor know that I am kind and I'm caring enough to address her in my email and that I respect her by saying her name. This can be done by good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or a simple hello. In this case, I'm going to write good morning. So here I have greeted her and I have stated her name. The next thing I want to do is introduce myself as well. This will help her know who I am and which class I am from so that it's easier for them to communicate with me and help me with the questions that I have. So I'm going to say my name and the class period. After that, I have already greeted my professor and I've introduced myself and which class I am from. The next important step to do is the body of your email or the subject of your email. In my case, I have questions about the syllabus, so I'm going to type about the questions that I have. The next thing I want to do is to ask if I can meet with her or if there's an available time for me to come to her office and to meet with her when she is available. You do not always have to meet with your professor, but this lets them know that you are willing to take the effort to take time out of your day to go visit with them, talk with them, as well as ask your questions in person. The next thing that is polite to do is to just thank your professor for their time, for reading your email and taking the time to address your needs. This can be done by "Thank you, professor," or "I look forward to seeing you." And in this case, I'm going to write both. So after this, you have already addressed your professor, you have introduced yourself, which class you are from, and the subject of your email. In this case, my subject was the few questions I had about the assignments in her syllabus. I have addressed that I am thankful for her taking her time. And after that, I'm going to sign with my name once again to be sure that she knows who I am asking the question. After that, you want to submit your email and just click submit, and it will end up in your email outbox, and your professor will have received your email. And just like that, you have written a clear and descriptive email that your professor will easily understand. Feel free to write down these 4 quick points to remind you what to do next time you email your professor: how to start an email, how to introduce yourself, the subject of your email, and how to end your email. We are always here to help you in your journey here at DBU, and happy emailing!